We ain't baby oil clothes.
Nah, you stupid.
But yo, look, Puff is
Nah. You working with Pac?
Puff for 30 years.
You saw Big before he passed?
Yeah.
Bro, so you're close. And Jack, what were you saying?
In the documentary, there was insinuations of, that Diddy possibly had something to do with both Tupac and Biggie. And,
Who's telling the story, right? You can skew
People very close to the situation.
but you can create any narrative.
Go, I look at the computer say, Floyd said, T.I. Nelly fuck 50. I'm like, what do you say for? Nelly your first baby mama, Melissa, then took your fiance, say fuck that.
People would think it would be unethical, especially if you've been accused of such things, to be the person blowing the whistle on other people being accused of such things. 50 don't give a okay? He don't give a He posted the Netflix thing. He said number 1 in 36 countries and 11 others still going up, okay? Now, here it is. 50 is now posted a picture, an edited picture of that. A picture that someone drew of Jay-Z.
50 Cent / quote as Diddy docuseries didn't / quote T. Just drop /F1 / M dash, it shook the streaming world, racing up the charts and blindsiding even the biggest names. Viewers came for curiosity or controversy, but what they got was sharp, intentional storytelling that felt more like exposure than entertainment. Just as the buzz began to cool, uneasy rumors started circling. Talk of second season is growing, and the tone feels darker and more intense. Online whispers hint at a much bigger scope, with rumor material tied to Jay-Z adding quiet tension across the culture. If true, this wooden / quote T just continued the story / M dash, it could reopen chapters many thought were long closed. And Jay-Z may be only one part of it. Speculation suggests several powerful figures could be pulled into the spotlight, each linked by influence, rivalry, or unresolved past, leaving the silence around it all feeling deliberately heavy.
And just to kind of like roll off of what 50 was saying, I did not believe that I did not believe that it was going to be this crazy, but he's been the biggest champion of it. And so I think the goal was, the original conversation that 50 and I had in sitting down and talking about it, in the wake of Cassie filing her lawsuit, which is when we kind of had our first conversation, right then, was understanding that there were a lot of rumors in the industry. There was a lot of talk about, some of this bad behavior. I think Cassie's lawsuit, the level of detail that, getting underneath the hood and seeing the level of detail that she brought forward was really a lot to digest. And I think that both 50 and I were really interested in the nuances of tackling a story like this, like kind of understanding, where does the role of victim, begin and end versus like being a perpetrator, and kind of understanding cycles of violence and these kind of reoccurring patterns, and just seeing how complex the story was, and that no one was really treating it like that. Everyone was just very focused on salacious headlines and like with no context, and so I think for us, we wanted to put that care into the story.
But they did characterize it as a hit piece in the very beginning, is because they didn't get a chance to watch it, when they were saying that. And then after they see it, you see everyone's changed their mind, and it becomes the number one dog.
But also, someone calling it a hit piece was a statement from Diddy's team. So, I mean, what's your response to Diddy's team? Of course, they're going to probably have an opinion. And then what's your opinion on people that just say that you're petty? Are you petty?
I accept that. I'll take that. I'll wear that. I'm fine. I have antics that I've become comfortable with on social media because of the usage of social media. That's just that. You know what I mean? But when they look at, they'll say, me deciding to go on ABC is petty. The morning show, it's the biggest show. These people, they came from, it's a great opportunity to be on that actual platform, but they looked at it further and said, it's airing in prison, so this would be why I would like to do that. And it didn't come across as a reason not to. Of course, I was aware that it would be airing.
And for both of you, one of the other questions fans are asking is, you know, there are a lot of great and powerful interviews in this, but where are A-list celebrities? Where are people in his orbit that remain silent? Like, they've never really even spoken out against the allegations or anything that's going on. Are people just concerned about their careers? Are they afraid to speak out? Because I remember Harvey Weinstein, right away everyone was like piling on and talking. Why is everyone afraid to say anything about Diddy?
It's a part of the hip-hop culture. Like, they think that they are telling something or just mind your business type of thing. Like, so if there's no, other than that, you would look, if I wasn't saying the things that you heard me say, there would be nothing being said at all. So it'd just be, you would assume that the culture is full.
As season 2 buzz grew, Marlon Wayans unexpectedly entered the conversation after urging caution about 50 Cent / S-Series in an interview, pointing to the long, personal feud between 50 and Diddy and questioning how documentaries shape narratives. His comments, framed around intent and accountability, quickly struck a nerve. 50 Cent fired back almost immediately with memes and sharp online jabs, turning a single opinion into a public back and forth that kept their tension front and center for everyone to see.
For a social media beef with 50 Cent, what was it like in the family chat? Well, brothers, they were funny. Damon was like, why you pick the biggest brother? He's on gamma rays. Stick to beefing with Soulja Boy, Kevin Hart, people that we can beat. You fight him. Leave guys that got shot 9 times alone. He survived 9. And so I backed out. I just said his name. They asked me about the documentary. I was like, I didn't see it. And then they asked me about it, and I just gave my opinion. I was just like, I don't think brothers need to be quarreling in public like that. And then what I get into? A public quarrel with a brother. And I just think it was bad for the culture. And so I kind of backed out. I don't even say that name anymore. If you ask me, hey, you got change of $1? I need a half $1. So you need a half $1.
All right, so I'm gonna make it abundantly clear. I'm not here defending Diddy. I am here because I got dragged into this because somebody asked me a question and I had an opinion. Nobody's wrong for giving an opinion about any subject, period. I'm not here defending Diddy. Don't let the narrative fool you or get to you. Once again, somebody's creating narratives. This is my point. So please look at the whole clip that I did and then look what happens with the narrative. And that's what I'm telling you. Y'all people don't be sheep. Use your brain, use your freedom of thought, freedom of speech, and don't ever let nobody bully you. Never. Don't let nobody bully you. You got me? Love. Now back to trolling this.
What makes this clash so gripping ISN / T, just a star power / him dash it / as the timing. The tension exploded right as the documentary debate was reaching its peak, turning a single comment into days of online mockery, memes, and nonstop digital sparring. Marlon has consistently said his words weren't / T about defending Diddy or picking sides, but about fairness, intent, and how stories are shaped. Still, to 50 Cent / him dash and the fans watching unfold / him dash, those remarks struck a nerve. The response made one thing unmistakable. Marlon Wayans ISN / T, just observing the moment anymore / him dash, he / S now part of the narrative itself. / par.
About the back and forth between 50 and Marlon Wayans.
With him and Marlon Wayans, I don't understand, Marlon got his own opinion, just like everybody got an asshole. He got his own opinion too. You know what I'm saying? And he's gonna say whatever he wanna say. But when somebody is going to war or don't like somebody or somebody got a beef with somebody, unless you wanna be a part of that beef or take a part of that, why you gonna get involved in it? You understand? Keep your opinion to yourself. If those two people got a beef and you got a voice out here. Marlon got a voice because he comes from that family that has done a crazy, comedy shows and things for our community as far as being the elites of the comedy world and then of the movie world And he comes from that family, bro. So, you know, you putting his voice and saying that, you know, 50 is doing something wrong and stuff like that. People can't tell people what to do and how to do with their lives and with their time and everything like that. And if he's going against Puff and he's putting stuff out there, that's his business. That's him and Puff's business. You understand? Like, people try to say I'm doing something wrong. That's me and Puff's business. You understand? No, but it's all right for him to send dudes to try to do something to me. It's all right for him to, you know, send people or get them information so I can lose my job. It's all right for them to do the they do. You understand? But when they see somebody like me or doing it back or saying something, I gotta be some broke this, I gotta be some jealous this, I gotta be some hating ass and stuff like that. No, this is war. You understand? I might not have the ammunition he have, I might not have the people that he have. So for Marlon Wayans to go at 50 like that, both of them got money. You understand? Both of them got, you know, their own peace of mind. You know what I'm saying? But for Marlon to put out a clip that is an AI generated clip against 50, that's something whole different, bro. That's something whole, and I see that's happening right now. They got a clip of me holding a picture of Diddy, and I think it's 50 or somebody in the bed together. You understand? I ain't never had that picture right there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen that. That's a lie. But they're allowing that like that to come on the internet. You know what I'm saying? They're allowing people, you know, to cut and paste and put stuff out there and make people seem like, you know, they are some kind of fanoid, some homosexual ass whatever. And I know you can't say that on a thing, but that's what it is, bro. And I just hate that they are allowed and they can't be sued for doing stuff like that, man. And that's what, if you're gonna do anything, you know, you should be able to sue somebody to be doing stuff like that. For him to put 50 in the hot tub with Puff or get that picture when he knows it's an AI generated picture, that was low. That was real low. But he said, so since 50 trolling, I'm a troll. So have that same energy when you see that man. Keep trolling when you see that man. And that's what I gotta say about that one. My whole thing about it is, bruh, you know, people going around saying, but Diddy's in jail. And him being in jail don't bring back none of the or none of the people that died, not only on his watch, on his making. It don't bring back big. You know what I'm saying? I heard one journalist talk about Suge Knight is the one who, you know, big and set big up and everything like that. So let me ask you something. Suge Knight was working in accordance with Puff to get big out of California. He was working with Puff to keep Big from going to London. Suge Knight was working with Puff to do that? I don't think so. I heard Puff tell Kirk Burroughs on that Thursday, yo, Big ain't going nowhere. You could go by yourself, but Big ain't going nowhere. You know what? When you look at things and you see things, you know that facts will change your...
Next up is Jay-Z /M-. And this name feels less like a surprise and more like an inevitability. If anyone was expected to surface after Diddy, especially with 50 Cent /S momentum building, it was Jay. Their histories run parallel through decades of the music industry, marked by alliances, silent competition, and unresolved tension that never fully faded. Now, with Sean Combs, the reckoning fueling nonstop speculation, fans are quietly wondering if Jay-Z /S chapter is inching closer to the spotlight. Nothing is confirmed /M-, but the silence, paired with the timing, is exactly what /S making people uneasy. /par.
Of you, was they really friends or not?
How close was Diddy and Jay-Z? They was close enough that they wasn't playing basketball They wasn't playing baseball. They wasn't playing football. And they wasn't playing hockey or soccer for Diddy to come on stage, pat him on his ass, and then make the statement to people in the world that can't nobody call me Sean but Jay-Z. Now, I don't know what kind of statement, and I can't say, I wish I could say half a homo, but I know I can't say it. But I don't know what kind of half a homo that is. And you trying to say that you're not close to somebody. You coming on stage, patting them on their ass, and then you making a broad statement to the public, can't nobody call me Sean but Sean Carter. And I heard Jay-Z said the same thing about them. But they were so close that they had matching white girls together. Because when they used to see each other, they used to say, yo, how your skinny white girl doing? He'd be like, yo, how your skinny white girl doing? So, I guess that's a certain type.
50 Cent has only added to the speculation with subtle but calculated moves on Instagram, including a post featuring Jay-Z that fans immediately read as intentional. The response was instant backslash and dash comments flooded in predicting the arrival of the so-called backslashable quote Jay-Z files. Backslash Rob quote, with many suggesting a full season or special could be next, rather than shutting it down. 50 quietly fueled the buzz by liking comments that leaned into the theory, sending the rumor mill into overdrive. Given Jay-Z backslasher quote has decades-long influence, vast business footprint, and close ties within the industry backslash M dash, especially his well-known connection to Diddy backslash, M dash the idea of a deeper spotlight feels powerful enough to hold attention on its own. Jay-Z backslasher quote as continued silence has backslasher quote cooled things down. If anything, it backslasher quote has pushed online speculation further, with many already treating his role in the next chapter as less a question and more of a matter of time. Backslash par.
Now, a lot of people think it's unethical for a rapper to be blowing the whistle on another rapper, given the fact that many rappers do the same things. Now, maybe not Diddy things, but like, I keep telling you, I know many rappers who they do domestically assault their women. They have put their hands on their woman. They have beat their woman before. They have a domestic case. People would think it would be unethical, especially if you've been accused of such things, to be the person blowing the whistle on other people being accused of such things. 50 don't give a okay? He don't give a He posted the Netflix thing. He said #1 in 36 countries and 11 others still going up. Okay? Now, here it is. 50 is now posted a picture, an edited picture of that. A picture that someone drew of Jay-Z. And 50 said, please stop sending me stuff like this. I'm not going to post it. But of course, he's being facetious because he posted the picture that he claimed he wouldn't post. Now, that's not the interesting part, y'all. The interesting part is when you look at it, 50 was in the comments here and he was liking posts. You can't see what the author, which would be 50, likes. But 50, and I guess I could post it on, give me a second. I could post it on our burner page. Wait, what? Wait. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. Every time I open my phone, I see like a million different things. Anyway, because I don't want to slow the stream now. 50 is liking these comments, and these comments are saying, yo, do the documentary on Jay-Z next, right? Oh, actually, people posted on Twitter. So they're actually saying, and they're encouraging, and 50's liking it. Here we go. It said 50 Cent liking a comments hinting Jay-Z's next. Somebody says, my only question. He's next, isn't he? 50 liked it. Okay.